Hey guys, and welcome back to some more DMG action. Today I'm playing some more water tanks on the Xbox One. Now I hope you're feeling great and doing well, because today I've got a Type 61 gameplay for you. Now, Type 61, the Japanese Tier 9 medium. It's actually a decent machine. Now I have done a video on this before, but I don't think I've done it that much grace. So I'm going to give it another shot and see how we go. Plus, don't get salty if I'm doing too many of the same videos on the same tank. So anyway, we're here playing on Highway, and you know what? I actually like this map. I think it mainly comes down to the fact that it's not really biased in any one type of machine. There is the option for artillery to do good and anti-tanks to sit up in positions. There are options for lights to try and get round through the centre or round through the city or hills, depending on which is more occupied or less occupied. And there's also the option for heavy tanks to actually do some brawling in the city. Obviously mediums can go wherever they fucking need to, but that makes it a pretty damn well made map in my opinion. Now, that is obviously a personal opinion. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever come up against a Type 61 in battle, but for those of you who do not know, this machine does not have any armor whatsoever really. Just to fulfill your fantasies, you can have a delectable 55 frontal hull armor, 35 on your sides, and 25 on your rear. So my recommendation for anyone who comes up against one of these bad boys would be to load the heat. You're gonna score some pretty nice damage on this thing. Now obviously, this is not taking into account the fact that some of it might be angled, or you might hit the tracks, in which case your heat's just going to blow it off and or do nothing. But that's the risk you run when you fire heat at anything really, so not really going to matter too much. Now just a little bit about the gameplay actually. I've been dominating that IS-7, and to be fair, I did just take a hit from him, but we've been putting a few fair shots into him and pretty much making him not the biggest threat on the other side of that hill. So obviously this game is a tier 10 down to 8, and we're pretty much smack bang in the middle. Now trying to control this hill, trying to find a way to sort of work these guys who are pushed up too far from the other team, just to try and get some flanking shots. Now I don't know if you guys have noticed that extraordinarily ballsy Object 432, but every shot I seem to fire at this guy just doesn't seem to do anything. It's either going into his tracks, bouncing off his armor, or it's just going straight into the dirt for no apparent reason. So this would be a great time for me to lead on to talk about, well, the gun for the Type 61. Now, heads up, I'm going to be using PC soft stats purely because the console's version of the website doesn't exactly give the best idea for all the stats on the machine. So, beginning with the standard gun which you receive with this tank, it is a 90mm. This 90mm will fire at a rate of 10 rounds per minute, with an alpha of 240 and a penetration of 218. Now, it's actually pretty decent, and to be honest, when I did get the chance to unlock the 105 eventually, I preferred the 90mm over the 105, just because it enabled me to keep people tracked, and it just had like a nicer flow to it. However, since then I have now become less sinful and switched to the 105. In order to get to this 105 though, you need to unlock a few other packages. Now don't worry, the turret package that you unlock will actually increase the rate of fire from 10 to 12 rounds per minute, so it's not exactly that bad of a upgrade. Now once you do get to the 105 though, and you unlock it and equip it, your rate of fire is going to drop to 6 rounds per minute, but you do get a nice healthy alpha damage now of 390 with a penetration of 258 with your standard rounds. Now obviously standard rounds on this, it now fires APCR rather than just AP. So hopefully that has fulfilled your quest for knowledge on the Type 61. Now I'm going to get back to talking about what's going on in this game, because that T62A he's actually a really good player. He's managed to keep me off of the rest of his team. Now if he wasn't there, I would probably be round this hill getting shot after shot into the back end of these guys, just dwindling them down, trying to bring up the rest of my team. So there's the 430 over there. I'm gonna take a shot, decide I can't get it, and I see the T62, and well, all I have is his turret, and you don't want to shoot the turret of a T62. What I got else there? Death Star, take a shot at his turret. Not gonna go through, is it? So that was a little waste of a shot. and now I've got the T62 making a front. He manages to get his first shot into the dirt. I get my shot to him, do damage, and take his track off. Now, he's obviously going to be reloaded, but he misses me. Now I get my second shot in, and I managed to get more track damage and do more damage to him as well. He's only at one shot now, and I do have artillery after me, but of course his next shot hits true and damages my gunner. And my shot, even aimed for his fucking lower plate, it still wants to miss and go into his tracks on the outside, or just go to fucking Narnia or somewhere, because it didn't hit him. It didn't do jack shit, it didn't finish him off. Now, I was considering about retreating a little bit, but fuck it. Somehow managed to find this shot on his lower plate. Didn't even tell me I had that shot, and yet we still managed to finish him somehow. So now we're left with the Death Star and the mouse left in this corner, and well, I don't exactly have a shot on either of them, but I'm going to try and find one on the mouse. However, you know, that Death Star is definitely going to get a shot onto me if I even try and get him. Luckily, though, we have an anti-tank which managed to finish him off. So the mouse is no longer a problem, we just got a Death Star to deal with, when I then notice behind me there is an M103 who is making a front on RE50. So I'm trying to find a spot where I can get a shot into him, still wary that there's a Death Star behind me, trying to get a quick shot off. Didn't exactly hit the M103, and well, Death Star didn't get a shot into me, so that's 1+. Now, the M103 has actually gone in there and tried to ram the E50, to which he has succeeded, and to which he will kill the E50. However, the M103 is now taking multiple shots from friendlies along the lines on the opposite side of the ridge. This shot just goes into the ground, because you should never fire on the move, and well, this next shot is just gonna finish him off in the back of the turret, and there you go. That's for killing my friend and partner in crime. Now, we are just left with our Death Star and another mysterious anti-tank and the artillery. And the anti-tank and the artillery are both behind me, to say, and the Death Star is obviously over there. So I'm going to go try finish off the Death Star, assist these guys who are trying to push up on the hill, and see whether or not I can try and, you know, not lose any more friends. Because we're having a decent game, we got double the amount of kills they've got. Now, the Death Star did just take a huge hit from something, and I was a bit panicking. I was a bit like, oh, I need to get a shot in. Now, that was a decent shot, but it would have been nicer if it was just a little more higher. Finishing off the Death Star would have been pretty nice, and I got a little bit indecisive whether or not to chase down a Death Star or go for this, what looks to be a Jagdtiger. Now, the Jagdtiger was full health, but bear in mind it's probably got about 4 or 5 tanks charging it and opening fire on it now. Which is when I then decide to join the party at over 230 meters away on the move and finish the Jagdtiger off for what wasn't probably worth the amount of money I spent on the shell. Well, we did manage to finish that game with 1.5 base. We got 2k assists, and we also got 3.5k damage done. We destroyed 3, we didn't exactly get anything special, we got fire for effect, and the spotter medal, so it wasn't really anything too great in there. Well, at the end of that, I would say we actually had a decent game. I would say that there were points in there which I could do differently, maybe not rush shots, also definitely make sure I repair my crew member before taking the shot next time, and kind of panicked a little bit. But also I would say we used the hills and tried to outplay the enemy, if you could say. Either way, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If so, give it a like. If not, write down below and tell me what you'd like to see differently done. And as always, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this and or similar too. So hopefully I will catch you guys around sometime soon. So have a good one, guys.